Welcome to math class, and we have grade 12 hyperbolic graph, and then we have to find the value of q there, and then we know that is our vertical. Is q a vertical or horizontal? I think that's our horizontal. Then p is our vertical, and from there we are required to find the value of p. We know that p it's the vertical asymptote, so as x is plus p is equals to 0, and then we have x minus p minus 1 is equals to 0. So that means there our x is 1, then that means our p is -1 as we match the equations. And then moving on to 5.2, we have the point there. We need to know what value is y at that point, and we have this equation which is g of x. So g of x there, so we have g of x is equals to x minus 3. So g of x is equals to 1. So we have 1. What is our y value? So we need to find the y value of y. The y, then it's when it's 1, it's 1 minus 3 is equals to y, so y is -2. So that's the horizontal asymptote. Y is equals to -2. So that's it. So we now need to find a on the next question. So the next question we need to find a. So y is equals to a over x plus p plus q there. That's x plus p actually. So p there is -1, and then q is -2. So we have -2 there, and then that's our q, and then that's our p and our q. Okay, so what we have there is x is 1 and y is -2. So we have those informations there, and then we need to also have information at the point, because we need the graph. So that one works. So the point there at 1 where y is 1, x is 0. So we're going to use that point. X is 0, y is 1. X0, y is, that's x is 0, y is equals to 1. So y is 1, a x plus p, so that's x is 0 minus p is -1 actually, and then -2 is going to be 1 is equals to -a. Negative a could solve a -1. It's going to -a. 1 plus 2 is equals to -a. So 3 is equals to -a. So divide by 1 both sides. We have -a is equals to -3. So that's a negative divide by 1 both sides. So 5.4, we're required to find if x is greater than 0. So I wouldn't recommend you use this formula, because the formula won't give you the real value. So greater than 0 means that we need to find a positive y value on the graph. So substituting there, we have -3 over x minus 1 greater than 2 to the other side. So we have multiplied by x minus 1 multiplied by x minus 1 there. So that means we have -3 is greater or equal to 2 bracket x minus 1. That will give us -3 greater or equal to 2x minus that -2. So what we have there, we have x minus 2 is less or equal to -3, and we have 2x actually is less or equal to -3 plus 2. So we have 2x is less or equal to -1, and then dividing both sides there by 1, you see that we'll have divide by 2 both sides. So we're going to have we're going to have x is less or equals to negative half. So that gives us that value the other side, so that is above the asymptote, so which is not actually correct. So what I prefer is to use the graph information. So y is equals to y is equals to negative 3 over x minus 1 negative minus 2. So we need to know we need to know at that point there, because that's the point where it's above. From there to the right, that's above y, above 0, so what is the x value there? So finding the x value there, so we know y is 0, so what's our x value? So it's y is 0 is negative x minus 1 minus 2. So we're going to take negative 2 to the left becomes positive, is equals to negative 3 over x minus 1. That will give us 2 bracket into x minus 1 when you cross multiply, and is equals to negative 3. So that means 2x minus 2 is equals to negative 3, and then that means that we have 2x is going to be negative 1. When we take negative 2 to the right becomes positive, so x is going to be negative 1 over 2. So from there we conclude again that it is from that point there up to that point. So that means it's from negative less or equal to negative half to less than 1, because 1 is the asymptote, the vertical asymptote. So that's our answer for. Alright, so we have the next question. We have that part there to preserve the domain and the range, and that part of the graph. So that means that in 5.5 it's going to reflect at about the line y is equals to x. So that's it. So that is our answer for our final equation. Thank you so